In question 21 we're given a solid cone which has height 15 centimeters. We're given the volume of the cone and we're asked to work out the curved surface area. Now the curved surface area, the equation for which is in the front of your booklets, the curved surface area, which we'll call S for now, is equal to pi times r times L. Now r is obviously the radius of the circle, which is that bit there, so we'll just label that r. L is the length, so it's the not the straight height here, but it's this length here. So again, this bit we're just called L. So that's what we're trying to work out, but we obviously don't have L and we don't have R. What we do have is the volume of the cone. So even if you don't know how to progress or start with this question, you could hazard a guess that that's what you need to use. So, oh, that's not right in red. Let's go back to black. So the volume of the cone is equal to 1/3 pi r squared times h. The volume, which we know is 320 pi, sorry that's not written very well, as I said, volume 320 pi is equal to 1/3 pi r squared times by 15. Now we're trying to rearrange this for r. So r squared is going to be equal to, so we need to get all of this here onto the other side. So first things first, it will be equal to 320 pi divided by 15 pi. So that will essentially get that and that onto the other side. And then we're only left with 1/3, so we times throughout by 3, we get that. So that's what r squared will be equal to. Therefore r would be equal to, actually let's cancel what we can first. So pi cancels with pi, 3 cancels with 1, into 15 5 times, and then 5 goes into itself once, and into 320 64 times. So r squared equals 64, therefore r equals the square root of 64, which is 8. So now that we know what r is, we can work out L using Pythagoras, because again what we have here is a right angle triangle. We know r, we know that, we need to work out essentially the hypotenuse. So what we do now is we say L squared equals 15 squared plus r squared, which is 8 squared. That means L squared equals 289, therefore L equals the square root of 289, which is 17. So now we've got all of the parts of that original equation that we needed up here. So now what we can do is we can say the curved surface area S equals pi times r, which we know, which is 8, times by L, which we know, which is 17. So that means that S equals 427.256, and it asks for the answers to 3 significant figures, so that is essentially to there. So the answer is 427.